I love the thigh swivel.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome. I feel like that music's too loud. Is that music too loud?
Don't say that.
Turn it down a little bit. It feels too loud. Feels too loud.
It sounds a little echoey.
Dude, I love how they hid the thigh swivel on this thing. Like on the original Optimus Primal figure, the red up here was just part of the paint.
Yeah.
It's actually that white rolls around. It's like a round ball almost, but almost ball hip.
Yeah.
But that piece rotates around it. It's really cool. Oh, just Yellow Park Optimus Primal. Yeah, you might wondering. These things are awesome.
Hey, what's up, guy that comments? Mr. Guy that comments. It's such a simple yet descriptive name.
Very much so. Oh, it's got butterfly joints. It's like a hinged butterfly, like the ball joint piece itself is on a hinge. It's pretty cool. I like this.
Well, we were waiting for Sith to get here. That's why we were running late, because he was in and then he left again. Hey, he is streaming this on his channel. So I'm assuming he's coming back at some point.
Maybe.
So, we'll see, I guess. But yeah. He's I don't know what happened. I hope he's all right. Maybe he just had to take a really, really, really big shit. I don't know.
Hey,
that's always a possibility.
He just got stuck on the toilet and now he's just like fighting for his life. Lovely. Anyway, well, we really only got two things to discuss tonight, but one is going to take forever because we are doing a bracket tonight.
And hopefully more than this, just three.
Yeah. Well, at least it'll be an odd number.
Well, one of the topics I have not gone and seen it yet, so based on what you two have to say, determines whether I'll see it tomorrow morning or Monday morning.
My track record watching movies.
Yeah, I guarantee you he hadn't watched it. I did not come in here under any impression that Jared actually watched this thing.
Last year I watched 2 movies.
Yeah, I did see it, however. I went to the movies to actually see it today. Obviously, talking about Mandalorian Grogu. And I will do no spoilers. All right. So you can feel safe for anybody out there wanting to know. No spoilers. But my impressions of it are basically, it was a lot of fucking fun. It was a really fun movie.
It's one of those fun, have to go see Star Wars movies.
It was actually legitimately good and enjoyable. Now, what I think made it, I honestly, given everything going on with Star Wars, I wasn't sure what to expect. with all the stuff going on with, we got Ahsoka season 2 coming out, and they're trying to bring Thrawn in, and they're trying to keep all this stuff going together. So I wasn't sure like how really they were going to try and tie Mandalorian and Grogu into the larger things that are going on in Star Wars right now. We got that new Starfighter movie coming out next year, I think, and all this stuff. Anyway, so I wasn't sure like what all it was going to be. What I did know from the trailer was, and this was, I think, a lot of people's complaint about the trailer, was a lot of people were like, well, it just looks like another episode. And to me, when I saw the trailer, I was like, yeah, if you like the show, it's like another episode, maybe a longer one, maybe with a little bit bigger stakes or something like that. But yeah, that's why would you change the formula?
Why is that a bad thing?
Yeah. So anyway, and I can definitely tell you, it's like a 2-hour episode. There was hints and little things here and there in the movie that have to do with, the larger Star Wars universe and what's going on. But the story itself and what Mandalorian and Grogu are involved in has nothing to do with any bigger, like it doesn't have anything to do with Thrawn or Ahsoka or anything like that. And they also didn't, other than, well, I'll say, there was nobody else in the movie, like Bo-Katan wasn't in it. They didn't bring in Luke. They didn't bring in any big characters. The only person that was in the movie, he's in a decent little chunk of the movie, is Zeb from Rebels. He's in it. But he had already showed up in an episode very briefly, in an episode in season 3. He's in a bigger chunk of it as a part of the rebellion. And it was basically the premise is that now, after season 3, Mando doesn't work for criminals anymore. Him and Grogu, because Grogu's his little pal, basically they work for the New Republic, doing jobs for them for pay, instead of working for criminals. And this just happens to be about a particular job they're doing that involves the Hutts. And it's just that story. And it's just like a 2-hour episode, but like a really good 2-hour episode. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. By the way, never, ever, and I won't give any spoilers, never, ever, ever thought that I would actually like, as a character, a Hutt. Like, they're always the shitty bad guys. But Jabba the Hutt's son is in this, which, if you've watched Clone Wars, we've seen him before as a baby. He was in Clone Wars. He's no longer a baby now. And he's actually played by, I forget the actor's name, the guy who plays Lip on Shameless. That's his voice. And he's actually a good, likable character. And he's a Hutt. Anyway, I won't give spoilers. But yeah, it's just a 2-hour adventure with Mandalorian and, with Din Djarin and Grogu, and it involves them and the Hutts and helping out. One of their jobs is helping the New Republic, gets them involved with some stuff with the Hutts, and that's pretty much it. It was simple, easy. It was a fun adventure. I really enjoyed it. It didn't feel like so. Okay, so I love Rogue One. Fucking love Rogue One. One of my favorite Star Wars movies ever. Absolutely just fantastic movie. However, the whole premise of that movie feels a little forced. You know what I mean? Like, they had to find a way to make you feel like this was important, so let's make it about this particular thing that has to do with the Death Star and all these other characters and stuff like that. This wasn't any of that. They didn't try to force any bigger characters or try to force it to be a part of some bigger story arc or anything like that, which honestly I thought they were going to do, because I know they've got all, now that Kathleen Kennedy's gone, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau have big plans for Star Wars to try and, at least in their view, fucking fix it. And this was just a good, fun adventure that had no bigger overarching, story plot points. It's just another Mandalorian and Grogu adventure, and I really liked it. It was just pure fun, and because it's so, I would say, disconnected from any of the Ahsoka stuff or Thrawn or all the other things that are going on in the background that they've been making shows about or have plans for in movies and stuff like that. Because it's so disconnected, it could just be its own little fun thing. And there's nothing you're sitting there watching going, oh, wait, that doesn't make sense. Well, what about this? Because it really doesn't have anything to do with any of that other shit. So it was just purely enjoyable. I like it. I give it 2 thumbs up. If you liked the TV show, any part of it, and look, we all agree that season 3 wasn't great. But if you liked any of Mandalorian, this is a great movie to go watch. That's my thoughts on it. So there you go, Firefighter. That's what I thought about it.
Great. Now I got to figure out if I'm going tomorrow or Monday.
You'll like it. You'll like it. It's fun.
Because I'm kind of hyped for it because I'm like, I need to know what Sigourney Weaver's role is in the movie.
She is...
The trailers I've seen, I know she plays a big, role in the New Republic, but I'm like, you got the first lady of horror sci-fi in it.
She's not in it as much as you think, and you can tell her character's supposed to be somebody important, but for the purposes of this story, she shows up a couple times. She is the one that gives Mando the job that takes him into this adventure. And then she shows up again at the end, but it does not go into exactly who she is or what she is or how important she is to the Republic or anything like that, because I think they're saving her character, that kind of details for her character for more connected storytelling in other movies or shows or whatever. So she's in it and she's good, but she's not in it that much. Zeb's in it more than she is. So again, this is a Mandalorian and Grogu show, and it's all from their point of view of taking jobs for pay for the New Republic. I will say, great action. The opening sequence of and I'll spoil this a little bit, but it's the opening sequence. They're paying Mando to go around and take out Imperial remnants and old Imperial commanders and shit like that. You know what I mean? That's what they're using him for. And so the whole opening sequence is it just starts off him busting into an old, to an Imperial remnant base to take out some motherfuckers. You know what I mean? What the fuck? Hold on.
I hear dogs. Hopefully it's not another issue that happened once before.
Okay, sorry. One of my children locked themselves out of the house and was banging on the door.
Oh, I thought it was dog barking.
Well, they were barking because the kid was banging on the freaking door.
I heard dogs barking.
What the hell?
It had flashback to your emergency issue.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? So, anyway. Yep. I would say go see it. If you're a Star Wars fan, go see it for just a fun little adventure. Grogu, I will say Grogu gets a lot more to do in this movie than he has in any of the in all 3 of the seasons combined. Because if you remember in the first season, he really didn't do anything but get carried around. In the second season, they started giving him a couple things to do. In the third season, he got a couple more things to do. He does way more in this movie than he did in all 3 seasons.
But doing it like this too, there's more budget to give him with special effects. So
yeah, and you can tell, you can definitely tell that they could do more with him. So I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
And Dynamite.
Oh, nice. Damn, he's huge, dude.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I want more of these. The size difference between these two, Megatron is but like the size difference between Optimus and Dinobot, so Megatron's going to be huge if they keep this as their scale. I want Rhinox next. Of course, you got two Maximals this time. I say they'll do 2 Predacons next. My guess would be Megatron and
do Waspinator.
Waspinator would be a great one. Either Waspinator or probably Scorponok. Scorponok was his most loyal in season 1.
True, but Waspinator was my favorite Predacon.
Oh yeah, the Waspinator.
And he's fucking invincible. He can't die, which is awesome.
And they ruined it in Beast Machines, and they made him a stupid Viacon.
Beast Machines doesn't count.
Yep.
It doesn't exist. Anyway, I'm really trying to kill time here to wait for fucking Sith to get back. I don't know what the hell happened to him. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, he said he may not be back, though.
So, I hope he's all right. Because we're streaming on his channel, so don't say anything that'll get him kicked off of YouTube. Let me do that.
If we do that, would we get us ourselves kicked?
Well, I mean, I could accuse him of being a member of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. I mean...
Wait a minute. Let me go kick it off mine, and I'll go get Megatron.
Yeah, there you go.
G1 Megatron it is.
Well, anyway, fuck it. Let's just get into it here. We might as well get this. So for anybody not knowing what the hell we're doing today, we've done the last 2 of these chats that we've done. We've been going through and doing brackets for. The first one was best. I think the first one was best animated, if I remember correctly. Superhero TV show, and then the last one we did was best live action superhero TV show, and now we are combining them. So we took the top 10 from the one and the top 10 from the other, and now we're going live action against.
We should blow through them since there's just 3 of us, because there's going to be no tying now.
Mm-hmm. So
I'd be impressed if we can do a tie with just 3 of us.
Yeah, that would be impressive. Be mathematically impossible, but who knows? We'll see what happens.
You have half points to.
I give this one a half point. Like a motherfucker. Just trying to fuck shit up now. So anyway, we've got the top 10 from each. I just had it randomly generate. Because, I don't know, dude, this website is weird. It used to be real reliable, and now it, like, every time I use it, it acts different.
Yeah, it's like got live action versus live action, and you got animated versus animated.
Yeah, I tried to adjust it, and it wouldn't do it, so it made me do it randomly, and, like, it was weird, dude. Like, seriously, it was... Because when we used it for the live action one last week, or week before, whenever we did it, the website was working great and worked exactly like I would want it to, and I could put in whatever I wanted. But the time before that, when we did the animated, it randomly generated them, and it wouldn't let me put them in a specific order. And so now it's back to doing that again. I don't know what's going on with this website. I've been using this website for years, and I've never had this problem before. But now all of a sudden, it's not wanting to act right or something. So anyway, we're just going to make do and go from here. So these are the shows that we've got on the list. These are the top 20. We've got Batman the Animated Series, Lucifer, Arrow, TMNT 2003, Batman Beyond, The Batman, Gotham, Batman 66, Smallville, Legion, Daredevil, Creature Commandos, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Superman, that's Superman the Animated Series is what that's supposed to say, but it left the end off. Loki, Young Justice, Lois and Clark, Invincible, Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and X-Men the Animated Series, which for the purposes of our
97.
Yeah, it includes X-Men 97 because that is just a continuation. So we will just start right up. What's up, guys? Let me say hello to everybody out there in the chat. I'm gonna say hello. We've got guy that comments. We got Muhammad. We got Delina. We got Low Key. We got Tomcat. Who else is out there? Johnny Johnson. A name I Togadabus. Togadabus. I'm probably butchering that name. Flash Photo. So there we go. I'm too old. I don't know any of those animes. All my stuff is from the 2000s. Well, you don't know the 90s, dude. You know these. You know the Batman the Animated Series from 1991. You know Superman the Animated Series from the 90s.
The only old show was Batman 66.
Yeah, the oldest one is Batman 66. The newest one on here, as far as animated, is probably...
And technically, Matt and I were too young when that show came out.
Yeah.
We were born.
You should know these shows. If you know 80s, if you know 90s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s, then you know all these shows. I mean, there's a couple on here that are newer, but
we're doing like a Western style superheroes type show. It's like all those are great, like the Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, and Ninja Scroll, all that stuff like that. It's just these are Western style superhero TV shows and cartoons.
Yeah. So this doesn't include anime.
Yeah, we thought about adding like a few super Western style theme style animes, but
then the list was just gonna get too big. That needs to be its own separate thing. So anyway, all right, let's go through. First and foremost, and
this is going to be a blowout. I don't know this one.
Well, we'll see. Lucifer versus Arrow. We got 3 votes to get into this. I'll go first. I'm just going to say it now. Everybody knows what I'm going to pick. Lucifer.
Same.
Hands down, Lucifer.
Same.
I mean, it's a sweep. Because between the two, Lucifer had the better stories, was more whimsical, and had better funny moments.
All right, so Lucifer wins that one.
And Lucifer was the best part of that big Crisis crossover too. Like,
it was. Yep, agreed. All right, so then we jump down here because we're staying on these outside ones first. Gotham versus Batman 66. I grew up on Batman 66, but I'm going to be honest. I like Gotham better. It's a better show.
Yeah. Loved Batman 66 when I was a kid, but it's hard to rewatch.
It is. It's still it's still fun just to put something campy and stuff on. But
I was like working on the engine with a hammer. I was like, what the hell are y'all doing?
Yeah. But Gotham, I mean, granted, I will give you, because we talked about this before, Gotham, the first season was a little rough because they really, really delved a lot into the police procedural aspect of it.
Yeah, and they were trying to make their own unique villains too for a while.
And I get what they were trying to do, and I'll get, okay, good for you, but I'll also give them credit when it came time to do season 2. They were like, hey, look, we need to do this right. They realized that what they were doing was not working, and they needed to just go back to Batman formula, and do what needed to be done because that's what fans wanted. So they did, and it worked. And starting in season 2, the show became much better, and honestly was kind of insane. But
that was the first of the chat.
That was the beginning of the first 30 minutes of the chat. We were talking about Mandalorian. So, but anyway, so all right, so yeah, I think Gotham clean sweep on that one.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, Gotham was good for being a police procedural set in the DC Comics universe.
Yeah, it was a great show. All right, so now we've got Creature Commandos versus Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, I know, Jared, Creature Commandos is one of your favorite shows of all time. So, I know which way you're going to vote on this. No, I like Creature Commandos, but it's not better than Agents of Shield. I even going through, and as the show went on, it got more and more ridiculous and more detached from the MCU and all that stuff. I still enjoyed the show. I thought it was good. I love Coulson. I love Agent Coulson. I think he's a fantastic character. I love Ming-Na Wen's character on the show. I liked all the characters on the show. So even as it got more ridiculous, I still enjoyed it.
The only time I really disliked Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was that stupid season when they were in the future.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb. But then they fixed it by the next season.
Yeah,
even then, like I still like it better. No, even at its worst, it's better than Creature Commandos to me. So, do we all agree on that one?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for me.
Yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D.
Look,
Okay.
it's like one of the cooler versions too, like on-screen Ghost Riders we've seen too.
Yeah. All right, so now we've got Lois and Clark versus Invincible. God damn it. See, this one's actually a difficult one for me. I have a huge love for Lois and Clark. At the same time, there's no doubt Invincible is one of the greatest shows on fucking television right now. I don't know. Jared, what do you think?
I'm going with Lois and Clark.
Going Lois and Clark? Firefighter?
Lois and Clark, because that's my childhood.
Yeah, it is. You know what? For the sake of this, we'll make it a clean sweep. I'll go Lois and Clark just because, again, just like you, it's part of my childhood and it's Superman and all that kind of stuff. But Invincible is so good. It's like I think it might be my favorite show on television right now, or streaming, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Lois and Clark. All right, so now we're on to second round. Batman the Animated Series versus Lucifer.
This is the toughest one, man.
I'm going to be honest with you. This isn't tough for me. I'm going to say Lucifer. I love Batman the Animated Series, and there is absolutely no doubt that it is the greatest interpretation of Batman outside of the comics ever.
And one of the things I like about Batman the Animated Series, it's just a Batman show for the expanded with the next season, the Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
But I like Batman just alone in a Batman show.
Yes.
He works better that way.
But I'll be honest, like I rewatch Lucifer like once a year. It's just, and I understand. I can fully sit here and acknowledge that Batman the Animated Series may very well be a much better show. But I'm gonna vote Lucifer just because it's just a show that I love. But what about you, Jared? You going Batman?
Batman.
Okay. Firefighter?
Batman. Once again, childhood wins out.
Yeah, I knew Batman was going to win, but... All right. TMNT 2003 versus Batman Beyond.
Hey, Darth.
What do you think, Jared?
So this is a toughie because Batman Beyond is almost like a continuation of the animated series.
Yeah.
But TNT 2003 is probably like one of the greatest Turtle series ever made. If not the best. I'm going to go 2003.
All right. Firefighter?
Batman Beyond. Wait, which one are we doing?
Yeah. TMNT 2003 versus Batman Beyond.
Beyond.
Going Beyond. I think I'm going to have to go Batman Beyond, too. I'm sorry, Jared.
Oh, we got the same series fighting against itself in the next bracket.
Yeah. I want to go Batman Beyond. All right. Batman versus Gotham. The Batman versus Gotham. I'm still going with Gotham on this one. I know.
The Batman for me.
The Batman. Firefighter?
I'm gonna go with Gotham.
Going with Gotham. All right.
This is very Batman. Heavy.
There's a lot of dude. A lot of Batman has ended up on this shit. Like,
you know, it lost the original cartoon bracket.
Yeah, it did. Let's see. All right, Smallville versus Legion. Oh, this is the one that hurts me the most. I think I like these two shows equally, even though there's way more Smallville. Legion is probably one of the greatest live-action comic book shows ever.
Oh, I love the Jackie Chan Adventures cartoon.
Jackie Chan Adventures was good. I used to watch that. What was that? Like late '90s, early 2000s, something like that. It was a great show. I'm gonna let y'all go first because I don't know which one. Smallville. Go Smallville.
Mate, solely because I never watched Legion. Because
you gotta watch Legion, dude. It's a phenomenal show. Really, really good show. I'm gonna go Legion just because I know everybody else is gonna go Smallville, so I got to give it some love. But Firefighter, what do you think?
Smallville.
Yeah, I know it. And honestly, after 10 seasons, it probably deserves to beat Legion, but Legion's just so damn good. All right, Daredevil versus Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And Daredevil includes like the Born Again too, right?
Yeah, includes the Born Again stuff.
Firefighter,
you go first.
Wait, who's going first? Me?
You? Yeah, you.
Oh boy, I feel on the spot. I'm gonna have to go with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. All right, Jared.
I haven't watched any of the Born Again stuff yet, either season 1 or season 2. I really enjoyed the Netflix series, but season or two of two or three bad seasons of a really long series, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think I've had more entertainment now than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
You know what's surprising is I agree. I would pick Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. over Daredevil.
Yeah, there were a couple of crap seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but
it was still really good.
Yeah.
And I like the way they at least, you know what it reminds me of? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reminds me in a lot of ways of Gotham. By the way, I'm going Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well. It reminds me a lot of Gotham. And what I mean by that is not the premise of the show, but the fact that they kind of at a certain point just went ham with it and was just like, you know what, fuck it, let's just dive in.
Flash photo. I'm being biased because I haven't watched Born Again yet. Without a doubt, the Netflix seasons of Daredevil are phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
but there were more content to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I watched it weekly. I mean, well,
yeah, you're talking like for at least the first 3 seasons, you're talking about 20-something episodes a season. They're just more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But I like that they just went for it. I mean, they were doing, they did some of the ridiculous stuff that we saw in the comic books that hadn't made it to the movies yet, but they would do it on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., whether it was, Ghost Rider or whatever, right? Like they would do stuff that they wouldn't do in the MCU, the same way Gotham would just like be insane and over the top. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I love how they showed how powerful Ghost Rider was too. That box is supposed to contain any Inhuman. He just busted the door open.
And they even had like Absorbing Man in there. And granted, the dude couldn't act for shit, but he looked like Absorbing Man.
Oh, I've seen him on a reality show one time before, where he takes so much steroids and testosterone. He stinks real bad of body odor. There were other contestants were complaining about it.
All right. Batman the Animated Series versus Loki.
Superman the Animated Series.
I'm sorry, Superman the Animated. I said Batman. Superman the Animated Series versus Loki. And I know I said this in our Facebook chat. I just rewatched Loki like a week ago. It hasn't even been a week since I finished watching it. I just rewatched the 2 seasons. And look, it's a real quick watch because I think each season's only, 6 episodes? There's like 12 episodes. It's not very... There's not a lot to it.
It's like a mini-series type thing.
Yeah. But I will tell you, after rewatching them and like binge watching them all at once, the Loki series is as good as any MCU movie. Like, it's so good. Anyway, but for me, I still got to give it to Superman the Animated Series. I love Superman the Animated Series. I like Superman the Animated Series better than I like Batman the Animated Series. But that's primarily because I like Superman more than Batman. But, yeah, I think I'm going Superman on this one.
Same.
Now, what about you, Firefighter?
Superman the Animated Series for the win.
Yep.
It's not saying Loki was terrible. It's just super.
No, Loki's phenomenal, actually.
Superman is just so fun. You can just turn it on and start watching it.
Oh, yeah. And the way they just really did a lot of...
With episodic stuff like that, you can just turn it on and watch it. When you start watching Loki, it's like, shit, you're stuck. You got to watch the whole thing.
Yeah. No, it's just one big continuous story between the 2 seasons. So... all right, Young Justice versus Lois and Clark. I gotta ask. I actually do really like Young Justice, but is anybody gonna pick it over Lois and Clark?
No.
No.
Okay.
Now I love the first run of like the first 2 seasons of like Young Justice, but when it went to like the WB streaming service, like the writing quality went down and all that. They made too many changes and stuff.
Yeah.
And then never gave us Wally back, so screw them.
Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes versus X-Men the Animated Series. Ooh.
That's a tough one.
Both shows are probably the perfect representations of their comic book counterparts. Both shows incorporated multiple storylines that you never thought you would see in a cartoon.
Yeah. Both good, very good writing.
Both great writing.
The thing that pains me more than anything, Disney, when they bought Marvel, forced the cancellation of the Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Yeah, so they could do what? Avengers Assemble?
Yeah, which was a horrible show.
I think I'm going to give it to X-Men on this one just because it was around for 5, now about to get its 6th season, whereas Avengers was only 2 seasons. I would say they're on equal footing as far as writing and storytelling and adapting comic book storylines. I would say they're both equally as good, but we've gotten more X-Men. So I've got to give it to X-Men. What about you?
It's tough. I grew up watching X-Men, the animated series. It's my teenage years. I was watching X-Men animated series. Then I've always been a bigger Avengers fan than like the X-Men. Well, I like the X-Men. The writing was so good on Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and it's just both of them have banger intro music.
Oh yeah.
Just so it don't get left out, because it's probably gonna be the only vote for it. I'm gonna go Earth's Mightiest Avengers.
All right. Firefighter.
I'm going with X-Men.
Yeah.
I figured it's what I was going.
Because if I didn't say that, I'm pretty sure Honda would show up the next time you and I are in a 4 p.m. chat and be like, "How could you let me down, man?
I quit baseball for X-Men." He's brought that up. In case anybody out there doesn't know, we have for those of you who are watching on Jared's channel, we have a very good friend that I've known for a long time, many years, on the chats. That makes it a point every chance he gets to say that he actually, as a kid, quit baseball because baseball interfered with him watching X-Men when it came out every week. So he quit baseball as a kid. He against his parents' wishes, he quit baseball so that he could watch X-Men the animated series. So yeah.
I like real ones comment.
It's true. He was never going to go pro anyway. All right. Semifinals here. Batman the Animated Series versus Batman Beyond. Really what we've got here is the original and the continuation.
Same show, just different time periods.
Yeah, I'm going the original show. I'm going to the animated series. There's more of it, and it is, in my opinion, and if you're a huge Batman fan, you may disagree with this, but in my opinion, it is the best Batman has ever been. I think the animated series is even better than any Batman comic I've ever read. So I'm going to give it to Batman the Animated Series. What about you, Firefighter?
See, I'm deeply conflicted with this one because I watched both growing up as a kid in the 90s. So they both hold a special place in my heart. But I'm going to have to give it to animated series. Because it had the better stories, the better everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What about you, Jared?
Same.
Yeah, that was a clean sweep.
I'll be right back with the next bracket, Smallville.
Okay. Yeah, Gotham versus Smallville. I got to go Smallville too. I like Superman's like one of my top 4 favorite comic book characters of all time. So I'm going Smallville.
Well, I'd be the only dissenting vote there.
Oh, you would go Gotham?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I would have to go Smallville. So Smallville wins that one. We'll wait for Jared to get back. But our next one here is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. versus Superman the Animated Series. I don't know. We're gonna save our answers till Jared gets back, but I don't know. Both are so Superman the Animated Series. As a huge Superman fan, I grew up reading the old 60s comics because my mother was a huge Superman fan when she was a teenager and she had kept all of her old comics. That's actually, I know I've told this story a billion fucking times, but I learned to read when I was a kid. I started reading at like 3 or 4 years old. I started flipping through her old comics. And so that was my introduction to comic books in general, was the old 60s stuff. And then as I got older, I started reading the comics. I started reading the modern stuff. So I started reading a lot of the 80s, like John Byrne era stuff going into the late 80s and Man of Steel and all that. And I think Superman the Animated Series was like a perfect mix of like old school, 30s and 40s Superman, 60s era Superman, and then the 80s and 90s era. It combined all the best aspects of Superman from all the different generations. That being said, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is still a ridiculously fun show. I'm gonna save my vote. Jared, you go first. We're on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. versus Superman the Animated Series.
Superman.
Firefighter.
I'm gonna have to say Superman the Animated Series.
Yeah, we're gonna call this one a clean sweep because I'm going Superman the Animated Series too. All right. We've got Lois and Clark versus X-Men, the Animated Series. Of course, George says that Superman's better. Anything Superman is better to George. You see his icon? He's had that icon for like 47 years. He's had that icon since before the internet existed. Anyway. But yes, he is right. Superman the Animated Series is a better choice. Lois and Clark versus X-Men, the Animated Series. And I'm just gonna say it. I'm going X-Men the Animated Series. I love Lois and Clark, but both of them have that nostalgic vibe from basically the same period in time in my life. They're both roughly, they're both early 90s. But I think I like X-Men better. I think X-Men holds up better. So I'm going X-Men the animated series. What about you, Jared?
I love Lois and Clark and just the whole like retro vibe to the whole show. But I think I'm gonna go X-Men.
Oh, X-Men. Firefighter?
X-Men.
X-Men. Clean sweep for X-Men. All right. Now we are on to the finals here.
In my heart, I wanted to vote for Lois and Clark, but I want to make sure that the X-Men moved on.
Yeah. We've got, so as we get to the end here, we've got 3 animated shows and 1 live action show, 2 Superman shows, a Batman show, and an X-Men show. All right. So first off, we got 2 DCs going at each other. Batman the Animated Series versus Smallville. Now, my bias is going to come out here. I like Superman better than Batman. I'm going Smallville. Plus 10 seasons that, yeah, there were some downsides to some seasons. But in general, I have a ball with every season of Smallville, and there's way more of it. And I like Superman better than Batman. I'm voting Smallville. Jared, what about you?
Again, this whole bracket's been tough.
Plus, I got to have at least 1 live action show in the finals.
No,
God.
That's what makes it hard. It's like, plus, do you want Superman versus Superman, or X-Men versus Superman, or Batman versus X-Men, or Batman versus Superman?
I'm going Smallville. I think it's the better show. Not to disrespect Kevin Conroy, but I love me some Smallville.
Much as it pains me, this is one of the most difficult brackets yet. So I love both these shows. I'm gonna go Batman the Animated Series.
Going Batman. That means Firefighter is the tiebreaker.
Oh fuck!
So whichever one loses that you guys liked in the chat, it's all Firefighters.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, no pressure. Fudge. I'm gonna have to go animated series.
Oh fuck! We lost Firefighter. Son of a bitch! Look at that. We lost him. I think he said Smallville before he cut out. Oh, he's back. What did you say, Firefighter?
You son of a bitch!
What did you? I didn't hear what you said.
I said that.
What? Oh, we lost him again. Son of a bitch! I think he was trying to say Smallville. Oh, he's back. He's back. What was that again?
You son of a bitch!
I didn't hear you. What?
I mean, if I say it again, you're gonna just kick me backstage again. So,
No, I didn't hear you.
Animated series.
And what animated series?
Batman.
What? Oh shit! He keeps cutting out. Oh, he's back again. All right, fine, fuckers. Batman the Animated Series. All right, whatever. Kicking poor Clark Kent to the road. It's ridiculous. Anyway, all right. Now the other one. Superman the Animated Series versus X-Men the Animated Series. These are definitely my 2 favorite. Yeah, I think these are my 2 favorite animated shows on the list, actually. I'm giving it to X-Men. I think I enjoyed X-Men more. I think I did. I said X-Men. I'm sticking with X-Men. Firefighter, what are you going with?
I'm gonna second it with X-Men.
Oh, a second for X-Men. Jared, would you have been the dissenting vote?
Yes.
You would have. Oh,
Superman. No, I vote.
yeah. I think I liked X-Men just a little bit more than Superman. So now, well, at least now we got Marvel versus DC, but it's both animated.
Wait. What happened to Matt? I was looking.
Wow. Wow. I see how it is.
I think your connection dropped or something.
Yeah, I think it did. All right, Batman the animated series versus X-Men the animated series. Putting aside the fact that I liked Superman better because I liked the character better than Batman, I can reasonably say that I do think Batman the animated series and X-Men the animated series, from a completely unbiased perspective, are the two best animated shows on this list. I think they are. I like Superman better than Batman, but I also acknowledge that for most people, and probably because it was first, Batman's probably better. I don't know which one I'm going to go with. I'm going to let y'all go first. Oh, shit.
What's going on?
Sith's, somebody broke into Sith's storage shed. That's why he had to leave.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Did he have to expel some freedom?
Yeah, he's hitting us up on Facebook right now. That's why he missed it. Okay, Firefighter, you get to go first. Batman, the animated series versus X-Men, the animated series.
Okay, I'm torn because these both were in my top 5 favorite cartoons growing up. So no matter which I choose, I'm winning either way.
Yeah. And you're also losing either way.
Yeah. So, oh, fuck. I'm going to have to say X-Men.
You're going X-Men. All right. Jared, what do you think?
I'm going Batman.
Going Batman. Does that make me the tiebreaker?
Yes. Oh, so by going last, you made the pressure even worse on yourself. So whichever one loses, remember, everybody, it's Matt's fault.
It's my fault. Yeah, it's my fault. Alpha Proto makes a good point. Which one had the bigger impact? I think Batman definitely had the bigger impact. There's no doubt about that. I think we can all agree on that, even if you like X-Men better. Oh, see, this is tough because, I mean, I'll be the first one to admit I like X-Men better than Batman. But that show made me like and get excited to watch, Batman have adventures every week in a way that the comic never did.
And we got more, probably, like, people learn more about the Batman, his history, and his rogues gallery, and how much he actually never gave up on his rogues.
Yeah.
Try to help them.
And it did, and Batman was the beginning of all the animated DC stuff we got.
He's basically the genesis of.
Yeah. However, on the flip side, they've been trying to redo Batman since then, and it's almost never. Well, it's never been as good, and it's almost never. Half the time, it's never been good at all. Whereas X-Men was so good, they brought it back. And it's still fucking phenomenal.
The Batman was great.
The Batman was, but it didn't last long enough.
I didn't like the Batman when it first started because it's such a departure from the animated series and completely changing all the origins of everybody, but it actually grew to like it because of that.
You know what? I'm calling it. I'm going X-Men. I'm going X-Men!
Boo this man!
I'm going X-Men. I liked X-Men better. I liked X-Men better. Now everybody can be mad because they wanted Batman. I liked X-Men better. And it was so good that they were able to bring it back and basically not make any changes. They didn't have to update it. They literally left it set in 1997. And it's still phenomenal. I'm going X-Men. X-Men 1! X-Men the animated series. Ultimately, after 3 of these showdowns.
No!
I'm sorry, George. I'm sorry, George. Here's the thing, but I also would have picked Superman the animated series over Batman too. I think I would have picked, yeah.
In our animated brackets, Superman animated series 1.
Mm-hmm. Ah! Yep. X-Men the animated series. That's the winner for me. Holy shit, this is the quickest bracket we've ever done.
Well, there's just 3 of us, so there's no ties. The previous ones we had to go to chat, but before a lot of the votes.
Yeah.
Well, thanks to the thief that stole a almost worthless bowl.
Yeah.
Insect.
Yeah, we would have been tied up multiple times, dude. I know that for a fact. Thank you, Delina. Alpro says you could have an entire 1-hour debate about X-Men versus Batman the animated. Yeah, you could actually.
Oh yeah. And how much better Batman is over the series?
Yeah, and then how much X-Men is better over than Batman? Over Bat? I fucked that one up.
Batman the animated series basically went for a decade because it started the entire.
Yeah, yeah. The DC animated universe would not exist without Batman the animated series. X-Men the animated series did spin off some stuff. I mean, we got Spider-Man from that. We got Fantastic Four, Iron Man, Hulk, Silver Surfer, but none of them lasted very long. I mean, Spider-Man did, which we wouldn't have had we not had X-Men first.
Well, we had the 90s. Some of the 90s other cartoons started before X-Men too, though. Fantastic Four was before.
Was it? No, it wasn't. I think X-Men was the first one. Because that Fox did X-Men, and then that's when they started doing all the rest of them.
Let's see. Find which one. There's 90s X-Men. 94. 1994 was X-Men. I mean, Fantastic Four.
Yeah, and X-Men was 92.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, X-Men was like the first Marvel cartoon. Like from that block of all those Fox Marvel cartoons.
Yeah, 92. Yep, it was. I thought it was later. 92 to 97.
Yep.
Then brought back in
last year. Yep.
What about
Adam says BAS for the win, best Joker in creation of Harley Quinn. Well, it's the best Joker and it's the best Batman.
Yeah.
It's again, as I said, it is the best. I think it is the best, absolute, hands down, best interpretation of Batman ever. over any other shows, over movies, even over the comic. I think Batman the Animated Series is the best version of Batman, period. So, I just still like X-Men better.
Yep, the Batman series was where Harley Quinn was first premiered.
Yep. What did they do? And they did that with, wasn't there, who was it? It was somebody less popular that they did that with on Superman the Animated Series. Was it Tess Mercer? I think she was created for the Superman the Animated Series. If I remember right. That has she's nowhere near as popular as Harley Quinn, but she's somebody that started off in the animated series and then eventually went on, got added to the comics.
Oh, that's
Smallville.
That could be like, it takes a little bit of research, but that could be a cool bracket.
Oh yeah. I mean, just looking on here, I mean, Batman the Animated Series is great music, but I would probably lean towards like something like Earth's Mightiest Heroes or X-Men the Animated Series, something with an actual song. You know what I mean?
When the world's about to break. Silver Surfer was kind of like trippy, like intro music.
Oh. Yeah. Although I did like the Smallville theme song. Somebody save me. Yeah.
Okay, I got one for you guys. Does anybody remember the Stargate cartoon?
I know it existed. I have never watched it. Isn't it like it takes place in the far future? Right?
I can't remember much of it because it came out, I want to say, when I was like ending 6th grade, going into 7th grade. But I remember watching it and I was like, what the heck? This is not Stargate.
Oh, I watched that with a kid. Spider-Man and Amazing Friends. Iceman, Firestar, and Spider-Man.
Yeah, Stargate did have a cartoon. I've never seen it.
George said it was based in the future. Don't remember cartoon. I never saw it.
Yeah, I know it existed. I've never seen it. I don't even know where you would go to find it, although I'm sure somebody's got it on YouTube or something.
Oh, Back to the Future had a cartoon.
Which I actually like. It takes place after Back to the Future 3.
Yep. I thought actually it was a cool gimmick with the Back to the Future cartoon.
Yeah. Stargate Infinity says Stargate Infinity follows disgraced Stargate veteran Gus Bonner. That's Bonner.
Ooh.
Who leads 4 cadets and an alien through the Stargate network after being framed for a crime, unable to return to Earth until clearing their names. They journey across worlds, encountering new species and cultures while evading the hostile Tlacon. Produced as an animated series spin-off of the Stargate franchise, not considered official canon, and was canceled after 1 season due to poor reception. Oh, it was done by the same people who did Exo Squad. Huh. I mean, I knew it existed, but I've never watched it.
Alfredo's got a kind of cool idea too with the tournament. Best movie to cartoon adaptation. Movie that they did a cartoon afterwards. It wouldn't be a big bracket, I don't think.
There's a lot they've done, but a lot that like made it a couple episodes or something, and then got.
Yeah. You got Swamp Thing cartoon.
Swamp Thing, RoboCop was a cartoon.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Rambo had a cartoon.
Yep.
There's a bunch. You could technically say things like, and I'm not saying this was a good show, but I'm just saying technically things like Avengers Assemble, because that was supposed to be roughly the MCU, in cartoon form.
Alf Pro's done a good one, Men in Black cartoon.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love that show. That show was great.
Yep. Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Well, actually, technically, both Ghostbusters, the Goofy
the original one was the 70s.
Yeah, they had a live action series of that was not really a movie, but it was a live action TV series. They turned into a cartoon called Ghostbusters. Then when they actually did the Ghostbusters everybody knows, they had to call it the real Ghostbusters because what was the company that owned real Ghostbusters? The actual real, the original Ghostbusters. They wouldn't sell the trademark to the studio, so they had to come up with real Ghostbusters. Here's an idea for a future bracket. We can get a set number of guys and nobody breaks into storage units or anything. We all come up like our top 10 list, like shows, and we can combine it together.
Ooh.
Like cartoons we watched.
Yeah. We could almost do that like per decade.
Oh, that extend it out too. Yeah, that make it easier.
An 80s one, a 90s one.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Well, George Cortez says copyright.
Oh, he
real Ghost. Yeah, copyright.
Yeah, he fat fingered the copyright up there.
Cooey rig. The
worst adaptation has to be the Super Mario Brothers movie.
No, the worst adaptation of. Well, it depends. Do you just mean adaptations in general? Or do you mean specifically from video game to movie? Because if you just mean adaptations in general, the worst, hands down, is Madam Web. That's fucking awful. I think that's the worst movie of all time. I think Madam Web may, in fact, be the absolute worst movie. Not worst comic book movie, because although it certainly is that. Not worst adaptation from another medium, because it also certainly is that. But worst fucking movie I've ever seen in my life.
And what's worse, you find out too, they lied to the actors and actresses, like saying, "Oh, you're going to be superheroes. This is going to be in part of the MCU." Then it's like none of that was true.
Yeah, it's awful. I cannot. Like, usually I'll tell people, "Oh, you should watch it just to see how bad it is." No, don't do that to yourself. Madam Web is the worst comic book movie of all. I would rather be forced on repeat for an entire year to alternate back and forth between Batman and Robin and Halle Berry's Catwoman than ever watch Madam Web again. It's truly god-awful. Worst fucking movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Have a bracket of worst movies.
We did a top 10 worst comic book movies one time. This was years ago. And I want to say at the time, because we all voted, on the top 10, whatever. I want to say at the time, we either picked Catwoman with Halle Berry or Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. I don't remember which one we decided was the worst one. Of course, this was like 10 years ago, so many bad fucking comic book movies have come out since then. But we did that on one of the shows a long time ago.
The sad thing is there's more bad comic book movie / TV show adaptations than there are good ones.
Oh, George, which Highlander 2 are you referring to? There's many different cuts of that damn movie.
Yeah.
One where they're aliens from another planet. The other one where they're actually from the ancient past that were like Atlantis type thing or something other. They were slung into the future,
and it's so confusing. I don't even remember which one is which anymore. Like I don't remember if the theatrical release was the aliens or if that was the director's cut. I can't even remember.
I don't remember which is which. I think the ancient past was a theatrical.
Is that what it was? Yeah, I can't. I honestly don't
remember now. The aliens make more sense because how far in the past? What?
Yeah. Like they were from Atlantis or something. Like I don't even know what they were supposed to be.
The theatrical cut was aliens. Okay.
Theatrical. Okay. Hey, what's up, Corey? What's up, gent? How goes it? Maddie, you see my new truck? I did. I haven't commented on it, but I've been reading the text chain, and it looks awesome. I used to have a fucking a while, years and years ago.
I don't think it's in your box with your Optimus Prime won't send you the butthole head.
Butthole head. No, I used to have an old 1971 Ford Ranger F100, which was a nice truck. Never got around to finishing it up. I ended up selling it off while I was still working on it. I mean, it ran, but I ended up selling it off.
Oh, anyway. I got my. What's funny is like I got my Jeep back, and I stopped to talk to at the garage. So like it was dragging when I was trying to start it. When we got the doctor's appointment to come back, and we stopped at the garage, and I was like, "That's like went under me and bring it back." We got the new engine put in. Let them go through it. So it's been about a month or so. So I went to start the truck up. Click. The only thing they didn't replace was the starter. The starter died. I initially thought it was like maybe like the alternator, like not charged enough because it's dragging when it starts. Then it just.
Ooh, Adam's got an interesting question here. What upcoming movies are y'all excited about? Well, Jared's not excited about anything because he doesn't watch movies. But
I'm excited for Highlander.
I am excited for Highlander. I'm excited for the new Spider-Man. I do want to see the new He-Man. I want to see Backrooms. That one is one I'm excited to see. For those that don't know,
it's like the old video stores Backroom.
No, it's a thing that got started online.
Like it was Western like doors, like swinging doors. Nah. You go back there in the back room.
This is an old creepypasta thing that's been going on for years and years and years. That people have been adding to. It started out back on 4chan years ago. And people started adding more and more and more and more to it. And then one guy came in, and I forget his name. It's like, fuck. Anyway, he started writing. He got into it and started writing on 4chan and Reddit and started producing like videos and all kinds of stuff and turned it into this big fucking thing. And essentially took this creepypasta thing that everybody had been. Thank you, George Cortez. Kane Pixels is the guy's name. And took what had already been done and like actually gave it some real backstory and all this kind of stuff. And then because I mean essentially he had taken the idea but then created an actual all-encompassing story and produced videos on it that he was posting online and all this stuff. He actually got offered. They paid him to make the movie, so that movie's coming out. And it's just this thing about where there's I can't even explain. Go watch. It's called Backrooms, and the trailer's online. It comes out I think in June. But it's like a creepypasta, like people falling through into this other world where everything just looks like some old 70s office building that goes on forever. It's a weird fucking thing, but it actually looks cool. So I also want to see the new Dune movie when it comes out later this year. I'm sure there's other stuff. Oh, I do want to see the new Scary Movie. I want to see that. Hopefully it's up back to the original formula. So
yeah, Master of the Universe and Highlander is like my top two I want to see. I'd have to look to see what's going on. So much stuff is like, I don't watch that much many movies, but those are two that interest me more than anything.
Yeah. Of course, it's a 68 Ford Ranger F100 with a 351 Cleveland engine. Nice. The one I had, which I think was a 71, had the 4-speed granny tranny. It was crazy, dude. I really wished I would have kept that truck and finished fixing it up. But at the time, I was getting ready to go through my first divorce. Hopefully my only divorce I ever have. So I ended up getting rid of it. Which sucks, but whatever.
I ended up trading off my first vehicle was an 84 Silverado. My second vehicle was a 1989 Trans Am GTA. It was used when we bought it, but still a great car. And it sat parked for a long time. It was going to take a ton of money to bring it back up to snuff, but ended up working out a good deal. Traded it for a new roof for my house.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. You need a fucking roof.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to do this on a Saturday night, but
what if you don't watch movies, TV shows? What are you watching? I watch a lot of YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube, and I do watch like anime and stuff. Of course, the two anime like websites I was using, the first one just got taken down. The second one, their data center burned down. When they said our data center got burned, I thought it was just a euphemism for like, oh, it got burned.
Yeah. Oh, we got burned. We got to. Yeah. No, it burned the fuck down.
It's gone.
Yep. No, actually, I am the reason I'm about to cut this chat short is one, I have to eat. I haven't eaten all fucking day, and two, because my wife wants to start watching The Boys final season now that it's out, which we've watched. We're good and bad at this fucking show. We've watched it.
Well, it was more of like a server farm type thing, not really data center.
Yeah. But I also love Invincible. I watched that. The new Daredevil. One of my favorite shows, For All Mankind. I'm waiting for the season finale this week. As soon as that's done, I'm going to binge watch that. Shameless is a show I've just started watching. I'd say just started watching. Shameless is a show that I never got around to watching, so me and my wife have been binge watching it.
I watched the first few seasons. It was entertaining, and then it just kind of like...
Yeah, we're on season 9 right now. So, yeah, George, Landman is great.
I've seen a lot of clips for it, and I've heard a lot of good things about it.
It's a.
I've been watching The Marshals lately, and that's a pretty good one.
I haven't watched that yet. I'm gonna wait for that to be out. Same thing with the new Dutton Ranch, that I think has only had 3 episodes out so far.
Yeah, I catch a lot of like the Yellowstone stuff and their spinoffs from my cousin. She loves those shows.
Yeah. So yeah. So actually tonight I'm gonna start binge watching. Today and tomorrow we're gonna start watching the final season of The Boys. I've heard it's hit or miss. Like some episodes are good, some episodes suck, but we'll see. But yeah.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
Landman crossover.
That would be cool because I think Dutton Ranch takes place in Texas because they go down to Texas and buy a ranch, which is where Landman takes place. So, and they do take place in the same universe, so that would be a cool crossover. And then throw some Tulsa King in there too. Love that show.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Tulsa King is like the best modern take on a mafia story ever.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, I got to get out of here. I'm fucking starving to death, and it doesn't help that I've had stew on the stove since before this chat started. Literally just sitting there, stewing, and making the whole house smell delicious. And I could smell it right now, and my mouth is watering, and I have to fucking go eat right now, or I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
Which I need to feed my puppy dog. She needs her meds.
Yeah. So we're gonna end this chat. because I need to go eat, and also I've got to go start watching The Boys. I will probably do another chat tomorrow just for shiggles, just because I got a 4-day weekend, so why not? And then you got your chat tomorrow night, right?
Tomorrow at 7. It's on action figure customizing if you're on Matt's channel.
There you go. But that is going to do it for today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for hanging out with us and talking about Mandalorian Grogu, which, by the way, if you weren't around from the beginning of the chat, 2 thumbs up. I enjoyed it. Great show. Great fun. Not typical of what we have come to expect from Star Wars in the last decade or so. It was actually good. So appreciate you guys hanging out. That's going to do it for today. So we will see you guys next time, I guess. And adios, amigo.
Ninja vanish.